Welcome back to the channel. We are here June 25th, and this is the showdown breakdown for the Eastern Conference Finals between Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks. Let's get into this right now, okay? It's only a one-game slate, so just looking at the first game, you should see where you're going to be heading towards, who you think is going to win this game. So that's where your lineups are going to lead. Just before we break down the DraftKings plays, we were 2 out of 3 on the prop picks. I did have Phoenix Suns money line. That did not come through. That is okay. But we did cash on Reggie Jackson over 20 points. He had 23. That was pretty easy. He was very clutch in his shot. And like I said, that's Batman and Robin in there, right? Batman and Robin, Reggie Jackson and Paul George. As long as Kawhi Leonard out, those are going to be the two main scorers for that team. Paul George outscored Devin Booker rather easily. Obviously, I was leaning on that because Chris Paul is back. He's going to take a little bit less shots, but he took around. He took around 21 shots. But he shot at a very, very poor percentage, 5 for 21. And then Paul George, on the other hand, was 9 of 26, 3 of 11 from the 3, 27 points compared to 15 points from Devin Booker. So 2 out of 3 on the props is always a profitable night, and that is great. And let's look at later today's game between the Milwaukee Bucks and Atlanta Hawks. So you got Atlanta still in game 1. Milwaukee still at home. And this is a must-win situation. You do not want to go down 0-2, losing both of your home games. That is embarrassing. I'm leaning towards Milwaukee in this one, so it's going to be a more Milwaukee-centric lineup. Middleton at the captain position is someone I'm gonna focus on. I focused on Drew Holiday in the last one, and he came through. He scored 33 points and 10 assists. He was huge. I like him in game 2 as well. Chris Middleton is going to be the key for Milwaukee to win, though. Giannis is going to do Giannis, but Middleton is the closer. His three-point shooting is going to be predicated on if they're going to win or not. They really need him to knock down the shots, and when he doesn't, they tend to lose. 0 for 9 in that last game. That is not like him. He always makes at least 1 or 2, and then 3+ threes each and every game. Shooting 6 of 23 is horrible. 26% shooting and 0% shooting for three-point line is horrible as well. So this should be a whole turnaround. And Chris Middleton has big home road splits. He's staying at home. I would like to see a better performance, and I foresee a better performance from Chris Middleton tomorrow against Atlanta. Next play is going to be Drew Holiday. We're going to ride him until the wheels crack, and it's the matchup. The matchup is a real big plus for him. 5 of 12 is shooting from the three-point line, 41%. That is great. 425, 56% field goal percentage. Got you 33 points, 2 steals, 1 block, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds. Really stuffed that stack sheet and got a nice big double-double and a losing effort. Not saying he's going to get you 61 DK yet again, but somewhere around there, that 40 to 50 range is going to be worth me paying up for him. I really do like Drew Holiday tomorrow. Next is going to be Bobby Portis off the bench, getting some minutes to subside the playing time of Brook Lopez, and I think they run a better offense when it's Bobby Portis and Giannis instead of Giannis and Brook Lopez. Bobby Portis is a little bit better of a three-point shooter, a better scorer, and more active on the boards as well. Brook Lopez likes to be lazy, stay around that three-point area, and chuck up threes. That's pretty much all he does at this point. I'm not saying Bobby Portis is going to get a ton more minutes, but when he is in there, he is very, very high energy and very active. So I like him at 3K. A nice punt play to have in that util spot so you can fill up and build up at other positions. Next, I'm going to give you some 2 Atlanta players that I do like. Clint Capella, I spoke about him in the first video. The fact that he's going to have a big upside with the rebounding, not having to deal with Philadelphia and Joel Embiid, so that's a big boost. He just has to deal with Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez really doesn't do anything. Like I said, stays at that three-point line. That leaves Clint Capella down below, raking up the rebounds. 19 rebounds in game 1. to go with 12 points, 1 block, 1 steal, and 2 assists. The blocks could go up because he is a shot changer with his length, but the points is going to stay around that same area. Rebounds might come down to around 15, but another 40 burger is what I foresee for Clint Capella. And then last but not least is going to be Trae Young at 11.8K. He was the proponent for the Atlanta Hawks to, lead them to that win. Shot poor, shot okay from the three-point line, but it wasn't that. It was the assists. It was the mid-range game. It was the floaters. Trae Young put a whole performance all together and came up big with another double-double, 3 games in a row with a double-double, and now with a win over the Milwaukee Bucks, a big, big shocker. A lot of people were off of them. The money was all over the Bucks, but Trae Young and Atlanta Hawk were able to spoil some of the riches for everyone else, for the public. They spoiled the riches for the public, definitely. Let's look over at FanDuel, just checking out the salaries on each site. 16K for Trae Young, Drew Holiday's 13.5. There is a little separation there. I like that. A cheap price of Middleton is really good. I think we could take full advantage of that price. That is way too cheap for Middleton. Kevin Huerter is a solid price at 10K. Anyone down here would be between these 3: Lou Williams, Pat Connaughton, and Bobby Portis. Is some guys you want to switch in and out. And that's pretty much it. The lowest you're going is around that 7K area. Everyone else you're gonna fade. So at least you can consolidate your lineup and with these certain amount of guys right here. But my 3 favorite are going to be Trae Young, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton. Obviously, we're going to have space for Giannis. If we throw him in there, obviously it's going to be expensive. What we have left, 2,000 left, so you're going to have to make a cut. Going to have to make a cut somewhere. The question is who. All right, a nice balanced lineup is going to get you to the top. But if you have Giannis, you're going to have to do one or the other. Giannis and Drew, Giannis and Middleton, or just do Drew and Middleton. You still have some salary left for, 92.50 on average. So you can split that between, if you want to go Kevin Huerter, and then go to 8,500. You could throw in Lou Williams, Pat Connaughton, or Bobby Portis to fill in those roles, okay? But obviously you will get more money if you just you make your cuts, you make some sacrifices, because everyone is not going to be able to do the job. And it is tighter on FanDuel more than DraftKings. So let's look at the props for tomorrow on FanDuel.com. First, we're going to start with Drew Holiday, 20 points and more. I see him shooting better. He's done better from game 1. Obviously, he picked it up in the last couple games against Brooklyn. I've seen improvement from him. Now he's going to be more aggressive. And I think that is a steal price on FanDuel. And also, Drew Holiday to score over 20 points. I think he does that as well. With Atlanta being more focused on Giannis trying to build up a wall, that can leave Drew Holiday at that 3-point line where he can drive and get some easy baskets or knock down that 3. Next is going to be Kevin Huerter. Struggled. A lot of people were on him yesterday. He might be a little bit forgotten in game 2, but him just to get over 15 points, I think that is a decent price and a decent amount of points for him to get in game 2. And then last but not least is going to be Atlanta Hawks +8. I like Milwaukee to win the game, but I do not think they beat them handily by 8 points. I think this is going to be around a 4 or 5 point range. Atlanta Hawks are a very scrappy team, and they tend to keep games close. So that is going to be the 3 props for tomorrow. Let me know how you feel in that comment section below about the core that we got going, or the props. Do you have any other ideas of where the game might be going, where we can take advantage of the odds? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessNetJSD, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.